Call the city council meeting to order. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Hayter. I forgot my roll call sheets. I prepared everything else, but I forgot that. Councilperson Hayter. Here. Stillgrave. Here. Vining. Here. Germaini. Here. Stringham. Here. Felder.
Here.
Mayor Clark.
Here, I'll ask we all please rise for the invocation. Remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Grant us the strength to manage the challenges ahead and the wisdom to identify opportunities as we strive to serve our community. As we make decisions, grant us the gift of an open mind, the willingness to learn, and the humility to accept the ideas of others.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk, next item, please.
Is the approval of the regular agenda.
Thank you, Manager Robinson. Any adjustments to the agenda?
The administration has no adjustments to the agenda.
Have any items? If not, Councilman Hayter.
Motion to approve the regular agenda?
Motion from Councilman Hayter, supported by Councilman Stillgrave to approve the regular agenda. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Hayter. Yes. Stillgrave. Yes. Vining. Yes. Germaini. Yes. Stringham. Yes. Felder. Yes. Mayor Clark.
Yes. Next item, please.
The next item is the consent agenda, and for item B, approval of payments, the amount should read $1,021,767.87, 1,021,767.87.
Thank you. Are there any items on the consent agenda that council wishes to have pulled for further discussion? Any items on the consent agenda? Seeing nothing from council. Any items on the consent agenda those present here this evening wish to have pulled for further discussion? Any items on the consent agenda for further discussion? If there is, it would be brought back at the end of the meeting of the first session. Seeing none, a motion would be in order. Councilman Felder.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll make a motion that all items on the consent agenda be accepted, placed on file, recommendations carried out, and resolutions adopted.
Support.
Motion by Councilman Felder, supported by Councilwoman Stringham, that all items on the consent agenda be accepted, placed on file, recommendations carried out, and resolutions adopted. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Hayter. Yes. Stillgrave.
Yes.
Vining.
Yes.
Germaini.
Yes.
Stringham. Yes. Felder.
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes. Next item, please.
The next item is under presentations, communications, and public hearings. It's item 5643, public hearing on proposed ordinance 25-010, zoning classifications for 317 West Front Street parcels. There are no comments on file in the clerk treasurer's office.
At this time, I'll open the public hearing on item 5643. It's a public hearing on proposed ordinance 25-010, zoning classification. Any comments from those present here this evening regarding this public hearing? Any comments for the public hearing? Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Clerk, next item, please.
The next item is the item 5642, Deck the House Holiday Light Competition.
Thank you. What a great season. So, Manager Robinson, I'm going to move forward here. I see that Ms. Egan's here.
Yep, Director Egan would like to present the winners of the Deck the House Holiday Light Competition.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Jody Egan, Director of Communications. Our second annual Deck the House Hometown Holiday Lights residential lighting contest was held from December 15th to December 28th, and I'm excited to present our winners of that public voting period with you. As you know, residents could cast their votes with a QR code or visit our website and take a tour of each of the houses with a beautiful story map created by our GIS coordinator. And it was another successful event. We had a lot of feedback online and a lot of public participation. And I'm excited to present those winners to you tonight. The winners were announced December 29th on our social media, and I believe we have two of the representatives here this evening for our first and second place winners. I'm going to announce the third place winner, who is not here tonight, but it is a Mr. David Grassley at 476 Hollywood. Mr. Grassley will receive a certificate signed by the mayor for this placement, as well as a $75 gift card. And I don't believe David is here this evening, but I wanted to wish him a happy holidays, happy new year, and congratulations to him. We all know him pretty well. He's a Floral City photographer and takes a lot of photographs, especially for our tree lighting. David was the photographer here in City Council for our Santa who was visiting us. I'm going to ask the mayor to come down and join me here for our presentation of our second place winner. And may I have Tammy Van Riper please join us up at the front, and her family. Tammy is the proud homeowner at 711 Cass, whose photo is up on the monitors there. Tammy, we'll get your photo with the mayor here in a second. Tammy and her family placed second, as I said, by popular vote. Would you like your family in with the photo? Sure. Yeah. Tammy receives a certificate from the mayor and a $150 gift card.
I just say congratulations. Thank you for your efforts. It's always great to drive down the street and see all the efforts that the community puts into the hometown holiday lights and our deck the house. And it's just fabulous to see the work that's being done. So we have a certificate here for Tammy and her family. You can hold that and we'll get a photograph.
That's great. Thank you, Tammy, and thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Opportunity.
participating.
Any comments?
Would you like to say anything?
Yes, he does.
I'm a Christmas fanatic, and I was really excited when I learned about this year. So I hope there's a lot more participation because I've seen a lot of houses lit up. I think maybe they just didn't know about it, but I like it. Thank you.
And of course, to find out what's going on in the city, we recommend you subscribe to our My Monroe e-newsletter, and all of those participation dates are published in November when people start putting their lights up, and also on our website and social media. So if you're interested in participating next year, please tune into our communication channels. And finally, our first place winner by popular vote is Mr. Ralph Gappis and his family at 902 McDougal. Ralph receives this year the first place award presented by the mayor.
Look at that.
It's the Griswold Award. And Ralph also gets to join the mayor on stage at the 2026 Christmas tree lighting event to count down the annual tree lighting. So
Congratulations. You did a wonderful job. It's beautiful.
congratulations to
Over
you.
here.
Congratulations. Yeah, you want to stand over here by the mayor?
Come on, young man. Jackson?
Jackson.
Actually, I'll take it this way. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Let me take one more, if you don't mind. Thanks, Ralph. And congratulations to you. Thank you so much.
I'll make a comment. You worked so hard, last year you did too, and this year some
Yes.
added stuff.
Yeah, so just want to thank everybody who voted for us, and City Council and Mayor for sponsoring this event again. It's a lot of effort, and thanks to my family for putting up with all my craziness and my love for Christmas. And this little guy here helps a lot. So thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you.
And also the remote control.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, we look forward to seeing you at the tree lighting here this year. It's already this year, right? It's just a few days away, so get prepared for the next one. And make sure you bring Jackson with you too, so we'll have a lot of fun and countdown, and you get to cheer everybody on as we start the holiday season. And like you said, Christmas is the best time of year, so thank you. Thanks, James. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you so much. And congratulations to all our winners.
Item, please.
The next item is under council action, item 5585, ordinance 25-010, 317 West Front Street, parcel zoning classification up for its final reading.
Thank you. Manager Robinson, anything additional comments on this?
Nothing additional. As you know, this was brought in as a work session as well as had a first reading, and you just held the public hearing tonight, so there's nothing else other than the second reading and your decision to adopt this ordinance.
What's up for council action? This is an item that came through us through a work session, came through us through our previous meeting, and of course, the opportunity for public hearing. And today is the day in which it's on for council action. Any questions from council? Councilwoman Germaini.
I'll make a motion. Ordinance 25-010, 317 West Front Street parcel zoning classification. Move to place proposed ordinance 25-010 on the floor for its final reading.
Motion by Councilwoman Germaini, supported by Councilwoman Stillgrave on item 5585, the ordinance 25-010, West Front 317 West Front Street parcel zoning classification. Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes.
Vining? Yes. Germaini?
Yes.
Stringham? Yes. Felder?
Yes.
Yes.
Ordinance 25, Mayor Clark. I'm telling you, I need the roll call sheet. So. Ordinance 2510, Chapter 720 zoning, an ordinance to amend the zoning map of Chapter 720 zoning of the Code of the City of Monroe. The City of Monroe ordains.
Shall this ordinance pass?
Councilperson Hayter?
Yes.
Kilgrave?
Yes.
Vining? Yes. Germaini?
Yes.
Stringham? Yes. Felder?
Yes.
Mayor Clark.
Yes.
All right.
Next item.
Next item is item 5644, consideration of Munson Park Tennis Courts naming request.
Manager Robinson, comments on this item?
Your Honor, as you know, this item came before the city. There were some tweaks we did that we brought before council that was approved regarding the naming policy, because this was actually naming a secondary facility within Munson Park, and that wasn't truly addressed in the previous ordinance. But I'd like to offer Assistant City Manager and Economic Development Director Cochran to address this, as his office did the work in preparing everything for the Ethics Commission, who reviewed this request. And I think he's got some information about Mr. Asher's family, who unfortunately are traveling, but they're watching the live stream probably right now.
Director Cochran.
Yep. Good evening, Honorable Mayor, City Council. So as the city manager indicated, council previously adopted a policy and procedures for the naming of city property and public property. And that policy was reviewed in June 2021 or 2022 to address the naming of, in October 2025, sorry, to address the naming of secondary facilities within the city. And so following that, we did receive a request from Mr. Brad Asher to name the Munson Park Tennis Courts in honor of his late father, Mr. Wayne Asher. And so the procedure that the policy lays out is that these requests are reviewed by city staff and then reviewed by the Ethics Committee, who makes a recommendation to City Council for final consideration. So in your packet this evening is a copy of the original request, as well as the staff review, as well as some background information on Mr. Asher. But for the purpose of the public and for City Council, Mr. Asher was a longtime Monroe resident who was involved in the sport of tennis dating back to his participation as a team player for Monroe High School and later Michigan State University. When he was an adult, he started competing in local tournaments. And then when he retired from Ford Motor Company here in Monroe, he began coaching youth, both at the Monroe Family YMCA, but also establishing his own school of tennis, the Asher School of Tennis, in 1996, until he passed away in 2019. He was a longtime coach for 13 years at St. Mary's Catholic Central, coaching many, many students in the sport of tennis who went on to play both at the collegiate and professional level as well. And he also was an instructor at the Monroe Family YMCA for 15 years, and he founded the Community Tennis Association for Monroe County, a formal association recognized by the United States Tennis Association that was established for the benefit of growing the interest of tennis in the region and to develop local tennis talent. He also hosted tennis camps annually in our city parks, including Soldiers and Sailors and Munson Park. His legacy lived on when he was recognized by being named the Monroe County Coach of the Year 8 times, Huron League Coach of the Year twice, 3 times the Southeast Michigan Regional Coach of the Year, and in 2018 he was named the State of Michigan Coach of the Year. And later this month, on January 30th, Mr. Asher will be inducted into the Michigan High School Tennis Coaches and Associations Hall of Fame in recognition of his career with St. Mary's Catholic Central. Mr. Asher passed away in December 2019 at the age of 80, and a copy of his obituary was included in your packet this evening. So, reviewing the request from his son Brad and the rest of the family, as well as the policy. The policy requires that certain criteria be met for the consideration for a facility, whether it's a primary or a secondary facility, to be named in somebody's honor. Some of the criteria includes the individual must have been a local or regional leader with strong identifiable ties to the community or to the area or connected to the public property to be named. And certainly Mr. Asher's publicly recognized long service of coaching tennis to youth in our community, particularly at the courts of Munson, which are proposed to be named in his honor, meet that criteria. A city resident who distinguished themselves in community service, public service, or an individual with strong identifiable community contributions to the city, certainly through his volunteer service at the YMCA and the Community Tennis Association of Monroe County. He spent many hours as a fixture at the facilities teaching and impacting youth in the sport of tennis. And then finally, a resident or former resident having lived 10 years in Monroe, in the city of Monroe, who through distinction has brought prominent recognition to the city of Monroe at a state, national, or international level. While Mr. Asher didn't live in the city in his later years in life, he did live in the city from his birth in 1939 until 1965, and certainly his coaching career was recognized at the regional and state level, as we indicated earlier. Also, just wanted to point out, as we did with the Ethics Committee, in the original naming policy, when we're considering posthumously naming a facility after somebody, they had to have been passed away for 3 years. When the policy was updated this past October, that was inadvertently left out. However, it is recommended that that continue to be one of the criteria, and it will be added back into the policy in future revisions. And so finally, with Mr. Asher's notable dedication to the tennis sport in the city of Monroe in both formal and informal ways, being recognized in his achievements on the local, regional, and statewide level, we also performed a review of his background, and it did show that he was an upstanding citizen of moral character, simply with a desire to instill in others his own passion for the sport and fun and friendly manners. Through his decades of dedication to the sport and his constant presence, specifically at Munson Park, City Administration does find the request meets the criteria for consideration for the naming of the Munson Park tennis courts and the dedication in honor and memory of Mr. Wayne Asher is prescribed in the naming policy. So the recommendation that the Ethics Committee did provide unanimously for the City Council is to consider accepting the request and accepting to name the tennis courts in his honor. Just for background, also, if it is approved tonight and City Council does authorize the renaming or the naming of the tennis courts, what will then occur is a sign will be placed at the tennis courts. City Administration will work with the family. The policy does prescribe what information can be included on that sign, and it's primarily the name, the years of service and life in the city of Monroe, as well as a brief statement about why the tennis courts would be named in his honor. And we would work with the family on the design for that. As Mr. Robinson indicated, the family couldn't be here. I will say when this was at the Ethics Board on December 18th, there was a strong showing of Mr. Asher's family in support of the request. And as Mr. Robinson indicated, they are tuning into the live stream tonight as they travel back. Unfortunately, a little late notice on the meeting tonight, as well as their travels prevented from being here in person. But speaking with Mr. Asher earlier this evening, he wanted to express his regrets for not being able to be here, but your appreciation for the consideration of the request.
Thank you, Mark. Any thoughts or comments from council? Councilwoman Stilgrave.
Yeah, and I'd like to make this motion. I do, Mr. Asher, and I'm really honored to make this, to approve the request to name Munson Park tennis courts in honor of Mr. Wayne Asher and authorize the city manager to collaborate in the request of the implementation in accordance with the city policies and procedure for the naming of public property.
Support.
There's a motion by Councilwoman Steelgrave, supported by Councilman Hayter on item 5644, the consideration of the Munson Park Tennis Courts naming request. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Hayter? Stillgrave? Yes. Vining? Yes. Jermaine? Yes. Stringham? Yes. Felder?
Yes.
Mayor Clark?
Yes. Further items. So tonight is the night that we finish our business that's kind of before us and final bills from 2025. It's the first meeting as the new year starts, but also this is kind of the first half of our meeting. There's a second half, which is the swearing-in ceremony and the opportunity to for the public comment and other comments that might be available. This is a practice by our city charter, is how we move forward from this term into the next term. I'm really pleased to say that all of the council, myself, the clerk, will all be here for our next term. So my thought about that is thanking the residents for being a participant within the election and bringing the council and the clerk back for our next term here and their participation, as I said. I want to thank the council for their work and diligence for the past 2 years. So much has been accomplished. I'm not going to sit here and give a state of the city. That's not what we're here for today. It's to move on to the next meeting. But it's easy to see if you take the time to, for instance, just read in our public service department, the engineer's report of all the projects that were done, the tens of millions of dollars of funding, grant funding that was received these past 2 years. One project alone that we approved and moved forward, and the project's yet to be done, but it takes planning and time, is $24 million by itself. And this goes on with many, many projects. And it's because of the staff's support and also the council support when we hired somebody to do grant writing. And I think that's been a significant process. I have one thing, just because it happened to be when I saw the paper today, it came out at the end of 2025. And this, I think, says what the council should be proud of. I think the community should be proud of as we continue to move forward. And we know there's always things to do, otherwise we wouldn't be here. We're here to make sure we're serving our community and serving in service. I want to thank the administration, the employees and the staff who provide that service directly to the community and to our residents. But in this article, which was on the 31st, or I believe it was here, yes it was, and I'm just going to read a quote. It's from a business owner from downtown that back in 2012 purchased a building, needed work, needed brownfield, needed to have historic restoration still done to the windows that were there, many, many things. And Angela Labuti from Logan Charles Salon and Spa. I'm just going to read her quote because I think it really speaks to how we look at what's being done, what's been done, and have an idea where we're going, right? And they are in the process of putting up a new sign out front, and she quotes and says, "It's been great doing business in Monroe, where I grew up. I can say Monroe has changed for the better. Our downtown area is getting more life each day. More people are encouraged and excited to build a business or take over property and renovate it." And I think about those changes alone. This is just our downtown. I could go and talk about many things, from housing to our corridor plans. And it takes this long term. You have to have a long vision. So I want to thank council for that in these past 2 years. And I look forward to working with you all and Clerk Lavoie over the next couple of years. But before we do that, we have to make sure that we take our oath of office. So this meeting can only be adjourned by a certain process, as our charter says, and it's adjourned by sine die. And at this time, I'll adjourn this part of our meeting sine die so we can meet and out front and take our oath of office. And before I do that, I want to thank Judge Eicher for being here this evening to do these the oath of office for us. Amanda, so thank you so much for being here. So we'll go this way. Make sure you bring your oath with you.
All right. Raise your right hand. I, Michelle Lavoy, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution
This time, call the city council meeting to order for the start of our year 2026. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilperson Hayter. Stillgrave. Vining. Jermaine.
Here.
Stringham. Felder. Mayor Clark.
Here. Before we start, I want to again thank Judge Amanda Eicher for her being here to our swearing in. I know she has actually an appointment that she's running towards, so I greatly appreciate her taking the time to officiate the oath of office for the city of Monroe for this term. And before I ask for the invocation, Sister Maxine Gullish is from the Sisters and Servants of Immaculate Heart of Mary. I was very pleased that as the president of the IHM, that Sister Maxine was able to come here today and speak with us and speak to council, speak to those that are present in our community with an invocation. And Sister, I think if you'd like to say a few words first and ask us to stand when you're ready to give us the invocation.
Thank you, and it's good to be here with everyone. Thank you, the mayor and the council. I know that you are entrusted with a great duty, and we all have faith in you, have had faith in you, and we know that to be called and entrusted is a wonderful responsibility and a big responsibility.
So I'd like us to stand now.
Please stand.
Please stand.
I invite us all to pause for a moment to be present to our God, who is always present to us, offering us always grace in abundance. Loving God, we gather to celebrate the start of this new year and of this new term of office for Mayor Robert Clark and the members of the City Council. We ask you to bless Mayor Clark and the council members, Mike Hayter, Deb Steelgrave, Kelly Vining, Michelle Germani, Kathy Stringham, Andrew Felder, and Clerk Treasurer Michelle Lavoie. We ask you, God, to bless them with compassion, with hearts and minds open to the dreams and needs of all in the community. Bless them with wisdom as they take on issues that come before them, as they seek a way forward together in a spirit of integrity and mutual respect, rooted in a deep love for this community. Bless them with courage as they face tough decisions, that they listen deeply to each other and to the community on behalf of the common good. And God, we ask you to bless them with joy and with energy for this ministry of leadership to which they have been called and entrusted. May they, our city leaders, know of our encouragement, support, and prayers as they start their new term of office and throughout their journey of service. We ask all of these things, God, trusting in your love and providence. Amen.
Thank you, Sister Maxine. Great words, and I appreciate your, again, being here and spending your time with us here on this important day as we start our next term. Clerk, next item, please.
I have no other items this evening, Your Honor.
So we don't have any items for council's action. We took care of that beforehand. And I know that the next meeting, I'm sure there'll be plenty of things for us to make comments about. So it's council comments. And as we do here, we start by month with the first month of the year with the first precinct. Councilman Hayter, comments today.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would just like to wish everyone a happy new year. I would like to congratulate the mayor, the city clerk treasurer, and the rest of the city council, and look forward to working with the entire city staff. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Stalegrave.
Thank you, Your Honor. I must say that I am really overjoyed that Mr. Asher gets his nameplate on the parks. He was a wonderful person. I've known him for many, many years, and I'm really excited to have that happen for him. And like Councilman Hayter said, really congratulations to everybody here this evening, and look forward to having another great term. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Vining.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just want to thank my family and everyone's family for coming out to show your support for this wonderful if I may say so myself, city council and the administration. Thank you to the sister for the beautiful, thoughtful prayer. It means a lot to know that people are lifting us up in prayer, because it does get overwhelming at times, and sometimes we forget that people are in support of us. And so thank you for going before the throne for us, and please continue to do so. And congratulations. I'm really happy and excited to be working with the same group of people. And I look forward to our meeting on Saturday.
That's right. Thank you. Councilwoman Germaine.
Thank you, Your Honor. Basically the same. Thanks, everyone, for voting and keeping us in our spots. You have faith in us, and thank you for that. Truly is an honor to work on this council, because we work very well together. We don't always agree with each other, but we are a good council and a solid council. And I look forward to the next 2 years, and Saturday is going to be a fun morning. That's all. Thank you.
Councilwoman Stringham.
I want to say I'm pretty excited to see that we brought back the Deck the House competition this year. My husband and I had a lot of fun driving around to all the different ones and getting to figure out which the best ones were. So thank you for the residents that participated to make that event very fun for us. I also want to add this similar comment to everyone else. I'm very honored to be part of City Council, and I look forward to working with everyone throughout the city, from the city staff and directors to the other council members. Very privileged to be part of this, so thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Felder.
Thank you, Your Honor. It seems to be a theme this evening that we're providing recognition to all the people in the community, apart from us, who have done wonderful things for this city to promote and advance the mission of the community. It's from the dedication to Mr. Asher to all the participants in the Deck the Halls celebration and competition, and then on our committee appointments, Mr. Joshua Roden stepping up to serve, who serves on several community boards and has also been key in planning events that have happened at St. Mary's Park as well. So it's wonderful to see the involvement from the community, and it's not an accident that the city is run so well. It doesn't happen by accident. It's a team effort. From the staff to the community members to all the family who are here, who are probably most keenly aware of the involvement, that just because you're not on council does not mean that you are not involved in the running of the day-to-day operations of the city. I'm sure that each of you sitting here this evening have had your own role to play in providing advice or comfort or reassurance to the people who are leading our community. And it's a wonderful reminder to us that we are servants of a community, but the community gets a say as well. And we're so fortunate to be in the position that we're in. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Just a couple of comments, really kind of follow up to what we've heard here, but I wanted to give congratulations to the City Council and Clerk Treasurer Lavoie for all of us being willing to continue to serve. And that comes because of the support we receive from our family, the support we receive from the residents, as we continue to deliberate and make decisions that we think and can be for the best interest of the community and our residents. But that doesn't happen by ourselves. And I know I look around and see some smiles. I know what I'm going to say next, because there's ways in which everybody can be involved. You can serve your community without being the elected official on the school boards and commissions. As Councilman Feller said in our earlier meeting today, Mr. Joshua Roden, he was at a meeting and heard that there was opportunities. He and I chatted on the phone, and he was appointed to a board here earlier this evening. And I think he's going to have great contributions. And as Councilman said, he's very active in our community. And it might be something that's just, you don't have the time to serve every month on a board and commission. We have actually one commission that meets once every 2 years. And it's before petitions, it's before who's going to be in office, and it's called the Local Officers Compensation Commission. We look for people that can deliberate over that, get the data that's presented by our Human Resources Director, and what those comparables are to think, what is the compensation for not just the the council mayor, but also the clerk treasurer. So it's something as much as every 2 years to something that could be every month or as needed quarterly. So there's many opportunities, and you can find those list of boards and commissions within the city's website. It's a simple one-page application. It's not difficult. So if you find an interest, and please fill it out. You'll get a call from me, and we'll talk about that. And maybe there's something, actually, Mr. Roden had put in for one that was there, and we got to talk, and I was talking about the Heritage Corridor and the Heritage Corridor plan for the Orchard East. He says, I'm very interested in that. He's very interested because he works in the area, and he has rich relations there at the Labor Hall. So I think you find that through conversation. So it's something that council takes seriously. I make the recommendation, but the council approves, and how we get through that process. A comment that was said by Councilwoman Germaini, we don't always agree, but how we handle that and how we deliberate through that and how we make our final comments, we may not agree on everything, but we're not going to be disagreeable. We understand when the vote is taken and then it passes, that we all should be behind that. Sister Maxine had this conversation earlier this evening about that is. And it's healthy to have different views. It's healthy to have conversation. But how we go about that and what our demeanor is, I think is what this council is known for and has been known for years. And I look forward to our continuation of that. It was said a couple times, you think, what's this Saturday thing about? But yeah, the council meets the first part of the year on a Saturday for reviewing our goals and objectives, setting goals and objectives, but talking in strategic visioning for the next 2 years and even beyond. There's many, many difficult items that are becoming for us here the next 2 years. And as we deliberate on those, you can come and watch or sit at home and watch us and then give us a call if you wish. Always looking for participation and comments. Those are my comments this evening. Clerk Treasurer Lavoie.
Thank you, Your Honor. I too am very thankful to be here again, thankful to be working with this council and the amazing team here at City Hall. A lot of people do a lot of hard work every day that we'll never know exactly what that takes and what it costs some days, but they do it, and they do it because they want to serve the public. And so it's an honor to serve with them. City Manager Robinson and Attorney Matt Buds, I want to thank you as well. Matt, you've been a great partner in FOIAs and all kinds of things that aren't always so fun, but you're always there, and I appreciate that. And City Manager Robinson, it's been a pleasure to get to know you and to develop a working relationship these last couple of years. So looking forward to a couple of more years with you. I wanted to thank my family. As you grow up, girls, I know you're not always going to be here for these moments, so it's nice to see you in the audience, even though you made me cry. And then I wanted to thank the sisters. I learned about servant leadership as a high school student with the IHMs at the Academy, and I will be forever grateful for the lessons that I learned then and that I'm still learning from you today. We're very fortunate to have you in the community standing with us, so thank you. So looking forward to another great couple of years. A lot of work to do. The 26 elections are going to be probably as exciting as the 24 elections were, so me and my team are ready to go, and I'm looking forward to continuing to work with council. Thank you to everyone for your kindness and for just working with me and making me feel part of the team. So thank you.
Thank you, Clerk Lavoie. Before I move on to the next comments, Clerk Lavoie said about elections, and I think that they're watched, which they should be. But how we do that and how we process through that is also in a fashion that serves the community the best. Clerk Lavoie, you run the best elections, and also there is many of our residents that serve at the polling stations, but also here at the council chambers or in the as other items or votes are tallied and ready for the results. So I want to thank you for that. Manager Robinson, thank you for your service as our city manager. And Matt Buzz, you have to have an attorney. So, and Matt Buzz are he's been with us for many years, and it's times when you just have to listen because you want to make sure we're always going down a path that we don't have problems. So, before I ask Manager Robinson for his comments this evening, it made me think about our structure of government here, because I look around and I think probably everybody here knows, but it's weekly that somebody asks me, well, what's a manager do? And it's the mayor and the council. And the way our charter is, we have a council manager or mayor council manager form of government. So the council here, we set the policy. We listen to what the residents are saying. We deliberate over there for those goals and objectives and what needs to get done. So we set the policy of the vision of where we're going to go forward. But the city manager is here to carry out those and does the day-to-day management of all the operations, including the employees. So that separation works, and I think it works because we stay focused on what we should be doing. We always will take comments that come from residents, and I always learn to say, I don't say I'll take care of it. What I say is I'll see that it gets to the manager, that it gets addressed. So that way we know how we stay kind of in our lane, and at the same time still have opportunities to speak with the residents about those results, if not by the administration. So I'm glad that I heard some things, because I always think about that, and this is probably the best time to talk about it because it starts our next term for 2 years. Manager Robinson, your comments this evening.
Yes, Your Honor, and sincerely for the mayor and the city council members and his clerk treasurer, congratulations on your elections. And because I'm not an elected official, I can kind of say things kind of straight from the hip. And I'll tell you, as citizens and voters of this city, you could have not selected people who are more about the heart and care. The decisions they make and the conversations they have come from deep inside of them, honestly, from a place of service. And I don't have to say that because I'm not elected. So it's the truth. And it goes to say about the caliber that our citizens expect from their local government. And I think they do a wonderful job, and you're very lucky to have such people willing to serve of themselves. So much time, so much effort, so much reading, but there's so much that goes into that. And, I'm just very proud to be the city manager here and working for these individuals and our residents. So thank you.
Thank you. So at this time, you have your opportunity if you wish to do so. Citizens' comments. Just be mindful if you wish to make comments here, please come to the podium, state your name, your jurisdiction or residence, and be mindful of the rules of the chambers. 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes to say what it is you may wish to say. Step up, Mr. Furden.
How you guys doing?
Good to see you, man.
I was gonna speak. I come here, I see you guys a lot of times, but and I say a lot of different things, but I really want to take a moment to tell you guys all thank you. I personally, as a citizen, I love the city of Monroe. I love this community, but I love its community leaders. I stand up over here and I look at all you guys. I actually personally know and have worked with every one of you guys in different capacities. Councilwoman Stringham, me and you will be friends. Andrew, thank you for everything you do with the food pantry and you do in the community. Mickey, Miss Claus, and all the things you do. Mr. Mayor, you've always been honest and upfront with me. Kelly, I wouldn't be the man I am today if it wasn't for you. Deb, you helped me 4 years ago. You didn't even know me. You sponsored a program I did, and you've been fighting a good fight ever since. Mike, all the labor, the skills you teach people, you guys do so much good for the community. And I just want to get up here and say I am proud as a citizen of Monroe to have you guys there. And everything they said, you guys do govern. You guys are all different. I know all you guys from different capacities. You're all different individuals, and it's beautiful the way you guys work together. Thank you guys for being you guys, and I truly mean this. I love every one of y'all. Have a good day.
Other comments from those present here this evening? Other comments? There's only one other thing to do before we adjourn. Sister Maxine, thank you again so much for being here. And of course, as we know, we have a great partnership and relationship with the sisters at the IHM, and I look forward to that over the next term and well beyond that as well. So thank you again, sister, for being here. Motion to adjourn. Motion by Councilwoman Stillgrave to adjourn, supported by Councilman Hayter. Clerk, please call the roll.
Yes.
Stillgrave? Yes. Vining?
Yes.
Germaini? Yes. Stringham? Yes. Felder? Mayor Clark?
Yes. Thank you all for being here this evening, and enjoy some more time out in the lobby here, please. Thank you so much. We're adjourned.
No.